you to a beautiful space out in nature, out in Mother Earth. Smelling the smells, and if it helps you to close your eyes, then go ahead and do that. And we call on the Divine Mother, Divine Father, to place a beautiful protective light all around us. Stay present and grounded in your heart.
That is a greeting in my native language. Buenas noches, hello. My name is Carolina Castoreno, and I am a PhD student at FIU in the Global and Sociocultural. Indigenous women face the highest rate of sexual assault in any race in the country. 1 in 3 Native women will be raped in her lifetime, and over 70% of the attackers are not Native.
What impact do you think Donald Trump had on bringing people together?
If Hillary Clinton won, everyone would feel comfortable, like they'd feel like everything is safe and protected. But Donald Trump, with his unabashed misogyny, his racism, his imperialism, his sexism, his white supremacy, it's like people were able to see that he was really a threat. So now everyone from the moderate side to the far left is coming out to express their discontent and basically to say that, yo, we're not, like, this shit's not going down like this. We're not going down like this.
So how do you feel Donald Trump has brought people together since the election, or has he?
Well, Donald Trump has at least brought to the attention of white liberals that they need to shut up and listen to people of color. I will say that.
Do you feel that people are asking for more than they would have gotten, or more than they would have demanded if Hillary Clinton had been elected?
Yes, very much so. Because Hillary Clinton offered this kind of comfort that, you know, oh, you're right to be safe and this and that, because the atrocities she would have committed would have been, you know, hush hush. You know, she wasn't as abashed with her forms of, you know, discrimination and alienation as Donald Trump is.
Do you think a lot of these marches would be going on if Hillary had won the presidency?
I think that there would still be some sort of a movement. It would not be as large scale, I think, and that's the problem. And I think that's what white liberals need to understand, is that they tried to shove Hillary down our throats, and if she had won, they would be complacent right now. So I don't think that there is any great idea about Donald Trump being in the White House by any means, but at least they are waking up and realizing they have to start listening to marginalized people.
Hell no. Man, hell no. We wouldn't have no women's march, you know, because like people still have these liberal elements that they come here, you know, with the pussy hats and everything, and, you know, very liberal, yay, you know, like cheering and all that shit like that. But had she won, they'd been comfortable because they know that they would have their access to abortion. They know that they would have, you know, like
a little bit of something that made them comfortable.
Yes. They would be faced with as much fuckery as Donald Trump.
I think people only make a difference when there's a big problem. So humans innately don't like change, so if something's very dramatic and blatantly unfair, then people are motivated to make an action.
Had Hillary Clinton won, I guarantee you that marginalized people like myself and other people of color and Muslim Americans, and that sounds kind of crazy because Muslims can be American and they can be from wherever, but anyway, and that, you know, LGBTQ groups, we would all still be marching because of Hillary Clinton represents similar policies. You know, she promotes neoliberalism and imperialism across the globe. This would still be happening, but no, I don't think it would be as large scale if he wasn't in the White House.
A lot of these protests are hinting at that long-term problem. Do you think with Hillary they would have still been solved, or just continued to be comfortably like hidden under the rug?
They would have been comfortably hidden under the rug because Hillary Clinton still has to maintain the status quo. So what she has to do is she has to put on this image where people can be comfortable with, but then under the table, she's still bombing countries, she's still deporting citizens, she's still, you know, enforcing poverty and capitalism and all this other fuckery that we would still still have to deal with. So it's like, it's a matter of being forward with it. And now that Donald Trump is actually forward with what he's going to do, people feel like, is this really happening in the world? Like, this is the world we live in. This is the world that we've always lived in.
I think that honestly, the fact that a woman, there would be a female president of the United States, would be overshadowed by these issues.
There's been 2 women marches in the Million Women's March. We actually were at that one, and this one, they've been international basically. So do you feel like they're moving towards, they've been more inclusive each time? Is it moving towards a human rights movement, or is it?
It's moving towards a more inclusive, revolutionary movement. We still have a lot of work to do, but like, this is much better than at the Women's March, where they were like, you know, it was very exclusive. They were chanting over us and ignoring us. Here, at least we had some kind of voice. So I think that it's moving in the right direction. Even though the progress is slow, it's still progress.
That's a great question. The reason why I came out today was because I missed the Women's March in DC, and I've grown up my whole life being a feminist. I remember in elementary school, a kid telling me a woman could never be president. So ever since I was little, I've been passionate about that. My mother is a Harvard graduate and a landlord, and she's extremely powerful and successful, and she's my role model. So when I wasn't able to attend the Women's March, I feel like this was my opportunity to say something or just be present and feel like the energy of women's rights. One of the speakers is Native American, and she's actually from Indianapolis, and my mother's from Indianapolis as well. And I'm part Shawnee, so I'm not very little Native American, but it was cool to see an Indigenous woman speak.
I think that they're doing a better job, and that's why mostly tonight I spoke on the need for intersectionality, and I said it is not a suggestion anymore, it is a requirement. Because too often, that's one of the main reasons why I don't identify as a feminist, because my entire life what has been placed in front of me is white feminism, and it's not inclusive. It's not inclusive of Indigenous women, of Black women, of trans women. It's just not. And when they try, they still monopolize the conversation so much. And even this evening, you know, and since I've been here in Miami, when people find out I'm Indigenous, the environmental concerns and stereotypes kind of start coming. Yes, of course I care about the environment, but that's me being a human being, not just being an Indigenous person. So it's getting better, but they still need to recognize mentioning our names is not enough. You have to give us the floor to speak, and they have to stop policing our forms of protest. If a riot ensues, Martin Luther King Jr. said that a riot is the language of the unheard. People don't like to quote that specific phrase from Martin Luther King because it's a little radical. But you cannot police people who choose to express that hurt and pain of centuries of colonialism. You can't do it. And so that's what needs to happen. They cannot tell us how to protest. They cannot tell us the right way to challenge the system.
¡Ya, ya!